Welcome back to NBL Now, a very special first edition with thanks to Code Sports, because we are here at AIS Arena after night one of the NBL Blitz. Two very entertaining games. Derek Rucker, great to see you back in Australia. Great to see you back at Aussie Hoops.
Well, it's great to be back, and I thought we had a fantastic day one of the NBL Blitz. I thought teams came out and did a really good job, but let's get into the specifics.
Let's talk Adelaide first up, 104-83. Too good for the Illawarra Hawks. Now, this was an Adelaide team that came in tonight with no Bryce Cotton, no Isaac Humphries, no Montrezl Harrell. You're sort of wondering what this was all going to look like, but the ball moved, they were unselfish, and they looked good.
And I think you got to give a lot of credit to head coach Mike Wells. Got them focused on the defensive end. In the first quarter, they did a really good job of restricting the Illawarra Hawks to only 17 points. And then offensively, I thought they executed really well. I spent time with Mike Wells over in Las Vegas, and one of the things he really emphasized was trying to learn concepts on the offensive end that was going to help his team function well. And I think we saw some of those signs early in this game. I thought it was a really strong performance from the Adelaide 36ers without a couple of their big stars.
So if you just looked at the box scores, and I guess that's why we're here to wrap it all up, if you just looked at the box scores, you would see Zylan Cheatham's numbers in his first game back, and you would think, oh, that's not too bad. Tell us about the presence that he has on the floor, though, and the energy and the enthusiasm, because you've got to see him to really appreciate him.
Yeah, and I'm a big numbers man, I think, as our viewers understand. But with Zylan Cheatham, you can't totally evaluate his performances just by looking at the box score. He does so many other things, not only on the ball, but away from the ball as well. His athletic presence, the fact that you always have to pay attention, he opens up a lot of opportunities. And tonight you saw a guy like Isaac White take advantage of those possibilities. So Zylan Cheatham, Bryce is one of the greatest players ever. That's obvious. We see what Montrezl Harrell can do. But Zylan Cheatham could work out to be the most important player in this Sixers lineup.
You think so?
Yes, because of all those things that he's going to do consistently across the course of the NBL 26 season, I believe.
I know one thing, Derek. They're going to be beasts on the glass, aren't they? They're going to be such a hard team to rebound against.
And I think we got a glimpse of also some of the things that Zylan can do up above the rim. We saw it a couple of years ago, but again, the Sixers, it looks like as a group, they've come up with some schemes to isolate him and get lob possibilities, which is going to be very exciting, not only for the Sixers fans, but fans of dunks.
Oh, anyone who likes a dunk, you're going to love it. Tonight, he nearly absolutely destroyed someone. So thankfully, that's not the case. For the Illawarra Hawks, it did kind of feel a little bit like a first hit out for them. They're still getting some of their pieces back together. Will Hickey starting, had 14 points. Do you like the look of Will as a starter, perhaps?
He looks great. I thought he was really good in that first half. He looks energetic. I think he's playing with more confidence, Jack. Not only being the championship series MVP last season, but the stint that he did over in America where he got to play against better athletes. He got to kind of work against his global peer group, guys who are kind of marginal NBA players but very good in their own league or just coming out of college. And I thought the minutes that Hickey got, I saw him firsthand. I thought he did a really good job. He's going to have a fantastic season for the Illawarra Hawks. Look, they were the champions last year. They've got a little bit of extra obligations in front of them in this preseason. Yep. So for them, it's just let's get the kilometers into the legs. Let's burn some minutes, make sure we stay healthy, and get everybody ready for round one.
In the earlier game, it was Perth who defeated Melbourne 84-78. Our first look at things in the new era, the post-Bryce Cotton era. And everyone got a lick of the ice cream, and it looked like they were really enjoying it. Ben Henschel in particular was outstanding.
Yeah, and look, Perth have had some things go in their favor. When things look somewhat dreadful in the free agency period, we didn't know if they were going to be able to get a big. We thought for sure that they had lost Ben Henschel.
Yep.
Now they go out, they've gotten JLA, they've gotten Henschel back. Now all they got to do is add that piece in the lead guard position, and Perth are a legitimate championship contender. I keep saying it. John really is a fantastic coach. There's a lot of rumors around what went down between him and Bryce Cotton, what that led to, and so forth. But let's strip all that away. The guy knows how to coach basketball. They're going to be very successful. And I thought tonight you saw a really, not a polished performance, but a very determined and focused performance.
Elijah Pepper was very good as well. And time capsule this one. My personal view is I think Dylan Windler is going to shock a few in season 2. I thought he was really harshly dealt with at times by fans last year. It said that he wasn't giving the output. Touch wood. he stays fit and he stays healthy, I think Dylan Windler could be a huge player for Perth this year.
Yeah, because remember, once he got healthy in the back stretch of the season, he was highly valuable for the Wildcats. I think he's a guy, again, we always allude to the fact that second season in the league, we see growth in guys and their performances. And Dylan Windler is a high-character guy. He's a very good basketball player. And perhaps that stretch of injuries that he had is behind him. But, you know, we've kind of vacillated on whether the Windler signing was good. They went early with him.
They did. They
went early.
Yep.
Now it looks like it was a great signing. With everything that's happened, Perth played their cards perfect.
We didn't see Joe Luala-Chul tonight. The Wildcats have got one more game still to come. From Melbourne's point of view, our first look at Milton Doyle playing for Melbourne United. I must admit, it did look a little bit weird at first to see him wearing Melbourne colours and not Tasmania, but it looks like he's slotted in straight away.
Yeah, it did look strange, but he's perfect for them.
Yeah.
He's going to be really good. And you saw when the game got tight in the fourth quarter, he started to really try and push it and find good opportunities. And that's the type of player he is. We know he's a streaky player, but he is never afraid of the moment. And we saw him make big plays when the Jack Jumpers won their championship. And I think he actually suits that role really good with Melbourne United. We've seen Melbourne United struggle in championship series when they needed big plays from their players. And I think now you throw him out there with Golding and Shea Illy and all the other pieces. Melbourne United is very similar to Illawarra. Just stay healthy, get familiar with one another, and then when September 18 comes, let's go.
Well, tomorrow on day 2 here at the NBL Blitz, Brisbane and Sydney first up. So first look at Jalen Adams playing for Brisbane, ironically, against the Sydney Kings.
Well, Jalen Adams was a great signing by the Brisbane Bullets, and I think he's exactly the type of profile player they needed. He's a superstar in this league. He's a former MVP. We know he can put up 40-plus point games when he needs to. Will that lead to winning? And it's going to be interesting to see what Brisbane's mindset is, keeping in mind they won last year's NBL Blitz, and it turned out to be not so great over NBL 25. So I think they just need to come out and play good basketball. Don't focus on the results so much. Just, again, make sure that you understand what you're trying to achieve as a team. But Jalen Adams and the new fella, Javon Liberty.
Yeah.
He looks really, really good. Because I've been away, I haven't been able to go deep into it, but I'm going to spend this week. He looks like a fantastic athlete.
And then the second game is Cairns-Tasmania, so Jack McVeigh is going to play against Tasmania for the first time as well. I don't know about you, Derek. I'm fascinated to see what this Cairns team is going to look like under Adam Ford.
I can tell you what they're going to look like. They're going to be really hard to beat up in Cairns. They're going to be nearly impossible to beat. I think this is the most talented lineup that they've had. And Adam Ford, now we've talked about the resources that he has access to. It's always hard, even when Cairns aren't good. It's very hard to win up there. I predict they're going to win 75% of their home games, which is really going to put them in a good position to be in the top 6 by season's end. Rain Smith's a good basketball player. I had a good chance to look at him firsthand again over in Las Vegas. He plays good basketball. He's had a really good college career, shoots the ball well, and this is a guy, he believes he's an NBA player. So he's going to be highly motivated and incentivized to play well in this league. This is a legitimate platform to get yourself to the NBA, and Rain Smith is one of those guys playing with someone who's just proven that this is a way to get to the NBA.
We've got a couple of fun games coming your way tomorrow. Codesports.com.au. Jump online. Check it out. Great article up at the moment on expansion, where Canberra sit in the scheme of things. Derek, if we're going off what we saw tonight, pretty much a full stadium, it's a pretty good showing first up.
And even walking around today throughout the city with Felix von Hoff, the enthusiasm for basketball, you can feel it. You know, I played a lot of years here as a visitor, and coming down here is always a great community, very similar to like when we go down to Wollongong. You get that regional love of the game and the real enthusiasm and the passion for Canberra. Back then they used to be the Cannons, and I hope it can happen because this was really good to see. And a lot of the former Cannons guys were here too, so they came out and supported the NBL Blitz. It's a really good moment.
We will be back tomorrow night at the end of night 2 to wrap everything up. In the meantime, nbl.com.au for all of your latest news and information. This has been NBL Now for Code Sports.